this rink during the Mercyhurst Classic in the winter. Now wearing a different green. Mercyhurst out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Can't navigate around Ryan Johnson, and Bryce Brodzinski tries to start it out. An early turnover, however. And Riley St. Onge with the early shot for Mercyhurst, and it's kicked out by LaFontaine, and the Gophers clear. 4 years longer than any other coach in college hockey. He's the only one who was hired in the 80s. Here's Austin Heidemann, another local product out of Maple Grove. Taken over by Carson Briere, but he lost it. Now Nevers with Lacombe, gets it ahead for Nyes. He leads it on for Ben Myers, who moves in, and tests Johnson with an early one. Into the corner for another new face, Aaron Hughlin, the Roseau native. You mentioned it before the game, a Roseau kid wearing 7 for the Gophers. Where have you seen that before as Johnson shuts one down? Walker creates a turnover in neutral ice, but all 5 green shirts are back. Hands it off for Kester, dropping it down low, loose for Nyes, and it's shut down by Johnson.
Waiting out the goaltender, and he nearly tucked this behind Johnson. Watch the tic-tac-toe passing, and trust me, that is not easy to do. To take it from your skate right here and a bouncing puck, and then try to get around the goaltender. That was an excellent save by Johnson. 5-on-5 with how Mercyhurst is playing here early on.
They hit the line 5 across. You don't see that very often. As in comes Lucius, and he goes off the mask of Johnson. Working around as Lucius on this far side. Across now for Myers, and a one-timer and a bad stop. Goes high in the air, and it's punched out to center by Jonathan Bendorf. He might have had his hands hooked there as well. Ends up knocking down a Mercyhurst player. Faber able to keep it alive. Gets it across to Ryan Johnson. His shot gloved down by Hank Johnson.
If you're a goalie of his size, you've got to get out to the top of that crease so your shoulders can take away that crossbar, and so far he's done it.
Brodzinski goes cross ice. Long shot by Cruikshank, and it's kicked out by Johnson as well. Probably think it was him if you didn't know.
No question.
Look exactly the same. LaFontaine sliding as he goes across the crease. He may have been contacted there, and he did. The penalty coming up against Mercyhurst. Dante Sheriff will head to the box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got the slew foot going. He tried to be subtle about it, but you can't do that.
Well, their leading scorers last year, but in the box right now. The Gophers' first power play generated a lot of chances. Get one out for Brodzinski. He scores! Season number 101 is on the board for the Gophers. Bryce Brodzinski.
Things we've noticed in these early power play sequences, the puck movement and Minnesota testing the high part of the net. You see Johnson, like a lot of goalies now in the new generation, they start on their knees and work their way from there. He was out far enough, but he didn't. They've got 6 good D. They've also got 4 good lines. There really isn't a weak spot on this club, and so it's got to be a nice luxury to have, because every night, not everybody.
Last weekend was something that sort of, he said, took the wind out of the team's sails. Had to get him pumped back up. As Jackson Nelson comes in shorthanded and got a good shot away. Runs into Lacombe, gets it back out in front. Nobody there on either team, and now Sammy Walker starts ahead. He and McLaughlin, another dangerous pair, shorthanded. In comes Walker, and on the backhand, got a good chance away again. Punched out by Johnson. Team's leading scorer last year. Here's Briere. They poke it in front. It's touched off the side of the net by Heidemann. Good movement on the power play here for Mercyhurst as they get set up. That one's deflected wide. Right in front was Heidemann again. Jack Perbix leads it for Bros and gets it back again. The Elk River native. Off for Hughlin. Now Faber from long range. Easy one for Johnson.
Take on Mile Mater St. Thomas in a 2-0 game. They buried him 12-2 the first night. They had to earn it the next night, but they are loaded. Team that went all the way to the championship game. Looks like another big player this year in college hockey. They are front to back, a lot like Minnesota, skilled.
Myers ladles it across for Lacombe. Lucius stick handling, peels back out, goes back for Lacombe, across for Myers, but not in the shooting hole. Second time it is, and that one's off the blocker of Johnson. Pops up and over the net. Neverso had to wait till the NCAA tournament last year to get his first goal as a Minnesota Gopher. Did it in that whitewash they put on Omaha in Loveland, Colorado. A shot there was Ryan Johnson. He moved down low, but Hughlin picks it up. And another penalty coming up, and it looks like a Sheriff again. And the Gophers still maintaining possession here.
The opposition to reach, and when you do that, here you see again, got the foot out, and that's going to happen. And now a man down low without a stick, and that turnover is really costly. Now you're going to give them a chance to get a 2-on-1 and get their stick back.
Move in 2-on-1, played across, and Jeff Kipp missed a wide open net.
Battling for shots through traffic, it leads to a turnover and a 2-on-1. LaFontaine's got to respect that shot, so he can't pivot and push off early. He's got to wait and respect that shot, and when he does...
Ypres lost his stick this time for Mercyhurst, number 11, able to retrieve. Lucius on the far side, Myers on the near side, Nevers in the bump spot in the middle. And Nyes camped out in front of the net. Nevers with a backhander, he scores! The junior class got one early, now the sophomores on the board. The sophomore Mason Nevers with his first of the season.
On the fly, they didn't settle for a shot through traffic out high. They waited, they kept using that solid puck movement. Get the killers moving around, that opens up the middle of the rink. There's Nevers on the backhand. You've got a 2-on-1 in the slot. That defenseman's got to respect the weak side player. That gives Nevers time to load up the backhand.
Stoddard has to retreat again. Now Lacombe. And there's the final whistle of the first period.
For the first couple months of the schedule.
A job to do here, though, to take care of this weekend series. Off to a good start as Stephen Ypres moves in, and a backhand stop by LaFontaine. Oh, and he got the second one, too.
He's deceptively quick for a guy of his size, and he pushes to make that first save, and he's out of position. But look how he gets back. Open net taken away, and when you're that tall, you can strut that. Watch him strut that pad out and push. You've got to have a good, strong edge on that left skate.
He's a very cerebral guy, really breaks things down, and the results have just grown and grown. Really, it's halfway through his first year here. As another good shot there from Nevers is smothered by Johnson.
And you start out 1-3. There's not a lot of room for error. You've got to win the games you're supposed to win, like they have this weekend against Detroit.
What's swallowed up by LaFontaine. The first time they've ever played a weekend series. The others were all one-offs. One of them in the NCAA tournament. Here come the Gophers again. Walker getting it back to McLaughlin, and he lost the handle. Was sliding into Johnson, whose glove comes off.
Against a skilled team like Minnesota, this is what can happen. It can turn into a rush, and there you have to hook, right? You got to take away the scoring chance. Probably a smart penalty to take, knowing that.
Brodzinski, Bros, Walker, McLaughlin, the forwards. Good work by Bros to keep it alive. McLaughlin gets it across to Brodzinski, and Johnson squeezes the pads just in time.
Waiting on the weak side, hoping the puck comes to him. He didn't waste any time at all. Johnson read it.
Up top for Lacombe. Now Myers. In the middle, Nevers. This one comes across for Lucius, and it's off the shoulder of Johnson.
Watch the white sweaters. They know where the puck is going. They've got two inside position on the Lakers, and that leads to a couple of rebound looks where Johnson loses his stick.
Ryan Johnson up there now as the power play ends. Faber, long shot, came loose. Nelson had a whack at it. Perbix right in front, and it's underneath some bodies.
Like Minnesota near the top. Great schedule for Minnesota here in the first half.
10 home games the next 40 days for the Gophers as Nyes chops one wide. On the back of a handful of power plays here in this game. Jackson Nelson wins another board battle. He lost the handle coming into the zone. Daniels outlets for Heidemann. Drops it off for Sheriff. He took 2 penalties in the first period. This might be his first shift in the second period. Got it in front. They score. Following up is Briere. What a play by Sheriff to get it in front. And the Lakers cut the lead in half.
This is the puck here through the neutral. Watch him sell like he wants to go to the middle. Then take it wide. And Minnesota really got caught there watching the puck. As he went wide, they left that slot wide open. Briere found some space and then bats it right out of midair. How about that skill set right there as the puck kind of bounced off his stick up in the air.
Hit behind the net by Pierce Crawford, the former Notre Dame player. Moving in is Bevilacqua.
And get the next goal. The next goal will settle everything down.
Turning in the corner. Goes back out to the point. Stoddard throws it through the crowd, and Nelson was right there with a deflection. Holmes stepping up, but may create an odd man rush here. In comes Fedulov all alone, and LaFontaine with another big stop. He's had to make a couple here in this second period. Cut out by the Gophers again as Lacombe punches it ahead to Nyes. Little drop pass, Lacombe. Beautiful touch there from Myers as he walks in and runs right over the goaltender. And he's going to hear about that from Norton. The arm is up from the official.
Myers has his momentum here. He's on his backhand. He's in check. He gets back to his forehand. Goaltender comes out to make the save.
Didn't get anything out of it. Nelson in the corner tries to kill a little time. Now Sheriff going across. Pass a little bit of a stretch for Briere. Sheriff again. Fires and scores. Well, he played a cat and mouse waiting game there with Jackson Nelson. He outweighted him. Fires one over the shoulder of LaFontaine, and Mercyhurst has tied the game.
He'll get the puck, and he'll let that screen develop. He knows he's got two players in the slot, and that really impairs the vision of LaFontaine, and then he puts something on that shot, too. It's a wrist shot from way out high, but he knew exactly where he was putting it. When you don't wind up.
Walker fired it from behind the net, right back through the crease. McLaughlin shrugs off Kane, keeps the pressure on. Brodzinski going back across, and it took a wild deflection, and Johnson was alert to it. Minute and a half remaining on the coincidental minors, because Myers and Norton are still both in the box. Sheriff moving in again, and got a sneaky one away. The LaFontaine had to punch out. Players going down in the corner as Stonecker and Ypres get tangled up. This one's feisty now. It's hockey season, folks. Here comes Nyes driving in. The wraparound, and Johnson got his pad across somehow to stop it.
Here's the wraparound try. Look at the spacing. He just can't get it tucked around.
Run off the puck. And now a breakaway for a defenseman. Here comes Bone in, and a save by LaFontaine.
Clean break, and look at LaFontaine again.
Freshman defenseman. This is his first collegiate game, and he just had a breakaway from the red line in. He's going to play 4 years. He'll probably never get another one.
As good a look as you're going to get from back there.
Here's Myers. He's thinking about the wraparound. Gets it across for Johnson. He scores! And the Gophers, after struggling through the second, have the lead again with 1:40 to go.
Goal. Just a really, really smart play. The patience that you see makes the goal. Nyes easily could have tried for the wraparound. I think everybody in the building thought that's exactly where he was headed. But he took a quick peek up, saw Johnson coming down the slot, tape-to-tape pass. Boy,
down to 10 seconds. McLaughlin in the corner trying to escape. Poked free, held in. They get it across for Lacombe. Crowd urging him to shoot as they're running out of time. Down to a second. Faber fires, and a glove saved by Johnson as the period ends.
This is where your game can grow. Find some separation. Adjust how you've been attacking this team entering the zone, and you'll have success.
Causes the turnover, but Brinkman gets it right back. 2.5 minutes played here in period number 3. Here comes a 3-on-1 for the Gophers if they hustle. Walker from McLaughlin scores!
Got trapped on the forecheck, transition hockey. How about the saucer pass by Walker? And it's not just scoring the goal, but the way McLaughlin scores his goal, waiting that extra half second, letting the goaltender commit, and then elevating that puck quickly.
I don't know which one's peanut butter and which one's jelly, but they're both usually on the top shelf. That's where that goal ended up. Here's Sorensen, and this one's loose at the back doors. Bros was sneaking in. They're digging for more as Nyes moves in. The goal, McLaughlin, is first of the year from Walker. And Brinkman, as that shot deflects in front. Myers gets it back out in front for Nyes, and Daniels tied his stick up. Here comes Nyes again. Navigates around town end. Evers was the support there on the forecheck, but he couldn't get to it. Poke free, now Crawford. In comes St. Ange, another breakaway, scores! Several breakaways tonight for the Lakers. They finally get one to pay off. The former Alaska Anchorage player transferred before the 2019 season has it back to a 1-goal game.
This has been a bit of a trend here in the second half of the game. I count 3 or 4 breakaways for the guys in green. And
bouncing puck, tough chance. Now Nelson, Gophers trying to answer right back. Quick goals here in the third period. And it's Lucius behind the net. Johnson down.
Lakers going to try to get it changed. They were running on fumes.
Johnson moves in off the glove of the goaltender, Hank Johnson. He works back down low. Daniels to the backhander, and a save there by LaFontaine with a right toe. In comes McLaughlin, finds Walker, what a play! And it's 5-3. Tonight, second time in this period, and look at this pass from Blake McLaughlin.
That's as good a touch as you can have. In traffic, didn't put too much on it. Just a soft little saucer, letting Walker get to it.
Now Johnson. Flipping one on target. Hank Johnson kicked out a rebound he probably shouldn't have. On the bounce, gets it to Nevers. He spins it for Myers, trying to get it back to Nyes. They do get it back. Ben Myers still working, and he fanned on the shot with Johnson flailing all over the place.
And the goaltender beats.
He turns the puck over again. Right back comes Nyes. He scores! So many chances for the freshman, and he finally gets the payoff.
Boy, this kid's got talent. Freshman, 6'3". He's been all over the puck. You talked about it, Charlie. These guys had such presence in this hockey game. All those in-tight chances finally leads to more of a perimeter chance just outside the dot. Heavy wrist shot.
Here's Kester. Down low, Lucius. Sorensen out there with Lucius and Nelson right now. Johnny Sorensen. Guy who can play with just about anybody. Here comes Townend. His shot. He scores. Well, they're all going in here tonight with 10:02 left. This is not over yet.
You got a lot on that shot, and I'm not sure if that stick. A lot of times when you see a player get their stick in there, it might disrupt the timing of the shot, but it really didn't. It just beat LaFontaine clean. It's
6 different goal scorers tonight for the Gophers. Comes Moss, throwing it in front, a tricky shot, and is off the side of the net. I've already displayed that multiple times as McComb tries to bring it ahead. Cross ice pass finds its way to Cruikshank. In front for Perbix to the backhand. It was stopped by Johnson. Great hustle by Sheriff after the turnover.
Yeah, made up for the mistake nicely.
Now Briere overskated the puck. Gets it back for Heidemann. He goes to the backhand, and LaFontaine fought that one off. End to end we go as they turn it over again. Nelson, 2-on-1 if they hustle. Nelson moves it down low, goes to the backhand, poked it just wide. Wildly entertaining openers. The shot from Daniels deflects to the near corner, picked up by McDougall. St. Onge in front, spins one off the pads of LaFontaine. Brodzinski hustling back, trying to get it out of there, held in by Ypres. Walker will take that anytime. Now McLaughlin. Cross ice pass just off the bench is Johnson. Now Walker fires from a bad angle. Kester down low. Myers tried to go cross ice with it, right to the skates of Kane. Another step up, this time by Heidemann. Briere drops it back for Heidemann. He fires it off the C on the shoulder of LaFontaine.
Yeah, Sheriff read the play, got his stick, took away what would have been a gimme.
Heidemann in. LaFontaine left a rebound out. And Burns.
For Mercyhurst, when will he leave? Will they try to get that extra attacker out and work on this 2-goal deficit?
Fedulov off the pads of LaFontaine.
In one end, Minnesota hasn't given up the volume of shots. There's been way too many open looks. On the other side, it's just been an ambush.
Burns with a shallow angle shot. Back down low, Walker. Takes it behind, and he'll play it back out to Faber. Long shot, blocker save. Ryan Johnson will step up to hold it in. Evers will take the draw, wins it cleanly. Nyes with a sneaky quick shot. Change directions on the way in as well. Myers in the corner, down to 23 seconds. Mercyhurst just never getting a chance to pull the goaltender here. They can't get out of their own end right now. Now Norton lost it. Ben Myers all alone, leaves it for Nyes. He scores! An unselfish play by the captain, and the freshman's got a pair, and that'll do it.
They possess the puck. This time it's just a good stick that creates a turnover. And then you mentioned the patience, waiting, letting that big freshman find some space, and he knows what to do with it when he gets it too. His confidence will be flying high as he hits the pillow tonight.
Dumped in. Well, the clock hasn't started here, so that's the only thing that's gone wrong tonight. Very possible this hockey game is over. Well, that's an anticlimax again to a fantastic night.